Next verse. The karma of one who is without attachment and free, who is mukta. Mukta means free. See, this is the term for liberation, for freedom, for salvation. These terms of freedom from what, you see? From suffering, from anxiety, from smallness of mind, from the self. We need to be free. We need to get free of this. The karma of one who is without attachment and free, whose mind is stabilized in wisdom, and whose actions are sacrificial, completely dissolves. The karma completely dissolves. So question 3 is to like, well, how's that work? How could that work? How could someone, so keep in mind what he's talking about. Somebody who's completely without attachment and free. And I think freedom, mukta, means also freedom from the sense of self. Freedom from the sense of self that's going to be deprived if they don't get into the A pen. Or who's going to be deprived if they don't get the last donut. See, who are you worried about? See, who are you worried about like is not going to get the donut? It's a phantom anyway. So free from that sort of phantom self-like. So where is karma stored? How can we like be free of our karma? How can our karma just dissolve if we've collected all these karma in the past? See, where is it stored? And some schools in Indian thought like created a whole part of the mind where karma is just stored. It was like some unchanging like storehouse, what they call storehouse consciousness, where all the karma is just like in there somewhere. The higher schools completely deny that. There's no such thing. There's no part of the mind that isn't constantly changing. So where do you suppose karma is stored? Where is everything that you ever did, said, or thought stored? Where is it? Where's the continuity for it? In the present moment. In the constantly changing present moment. Okay? So every moment you are renewing your whole past. With every moment you're renewing your whole past. Because the past only exists where? In the present moment. The past exists nowhere else but in the present moment. Let's try it that way, okay? The past is gone, isn't it? Is the past gone or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the past done?
Yes.
So it is actually. So the memory of the past occurs only in the present mind, right? And the present, where is the present mind? Well, I just had it. Now it's here. Now it's here. And wait. See, when you actually try and find the present, you're always like a nanosecond behind, right? So the present is unfindable, right? And constantly changing. And that's the only place that your past is. Okay? So how could you dissolve karma? All right? This is very guhya. This is very secret, very esoteric. No, really. This is really, really heavy, actually. If you changed your conceptualization of yourself, you could completely change your karma. If you completely reconceptualized yourself in a moment, your karma could be dissolved. Because that's the only place that the karma has been anyway, is in the present conceptualization of yourself. So, next question is, well, how could I do that? See? And then we're back to the kind of discussions that we've been having in the past. You have to create the karma for that. You have to create the karma for having the possibility of totally recreating your karma. The possibility of one day just saying, I'm no longer going to be a suffering schmuck. I'm going to be a deity now. I'm going to be Manjushri today. I'm going to be Tara. I'd rather be Tara. I don't want to be me anymore. So how's that going to happen? Well, you have to create the goodness. You have to create the goodness for it to be a possibility. But when that becomes a possibility, then it is totally possible for your karma to dissolve in a moment. Because Tara don't have no bad karma. See? Right? An enlightened being doesn't have bad karma. So if you fully embody an enlightened being's essence, an enlightened being's identity, your karma dissolves, totally. And that's a very, very high teaching, actually. That's a very esoteric thing. That's a very high teaching. So you can practice, okay? You can practice this. You can. Here's how you work the karma for giving to the point where you could actually do this kind of thing, just like, and really become someone else who doesn't have bad karma. You start by pretending like you're happy. No, really. See, enlightened beings are happy beings. One of my old teachers used to say that enlightened beings are happy beings. Don't sit around frowning in Dharma classes. Enlightened beings are happy beings. So you practice being an enlightened being by being happy. And that creates the karma for what? For you to be more happy. For you to stop pretending so much and actually feeling more happy. And then happiness, increases. And when you become perfectly happy, you are an enlightened being. See, perfectly happy. See? And then that's it. So that's kind of the secret. The secret of life is happiness. The secret of life is working very hard at being happy. And then you're creating the karma for one day slipping over and moving from suffering schmuck me to perfectly happy me. And when you're perfectly happy me, you ain't got no old bad karma. Your old bad karma dissolves, like it says here. The karma of one who is without attachment and free, mukta, free of unhappiness, free of stress, free of anxiety, free of limitation, free of the prison house of self. Then karma dissolves. Your karma can dissolve like that. Karma is stored in our ever-changing present conceptualization of ourselves. That's where karma is stored. Should I say that again? Karma is stored in our ever-changing present conceptualization of ourselves. What they call in Buddhist texts, the simple me. The simple me. The label that I give the present moment. My identity in the present moment. The simple me. If we could collect the karma to thoroughly reconceptualize ourselves, as, for example, an enlightened being, the karma that was collected and carried by the suffering being we were once identified with would instantly and completely evaporate. In a moment, you see. So that's what they call it, that's, in other traditions they call this instant enlightenment, sudden enlightenment. See. Sudden enlightenment takes lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes to get. So, it's not exactly sudden. But that's how it could be sudden. Is that over the course of many, many lifetimes you collect the karma to one day just say, I'm no longer a suffering being anymore. I'm an enlightened being. I'm going to be Tara. I'm going to be Jesus. See? And then, your backstory totally changes. Karma, the old karma is just the backstory that we're giving our present moment. It's just the back, like that term backstory? Like to fill in the the recesses of your present self. It's just a fill in. And if your present self is completely different, your backstory totally changes too. Oh, I've always been happy. See, when we become enlightened, we will realize that we have always been enlightened. Because our backstory will totally change. Right?